Welcome to your live local coverage of election returns on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Also streaming on WLIJradio.com and the free WLIJ 98.7 mobile app. We will be informing you on the results from each precinct as they become available, along with overviews of results from other states. August election returns on WLIJ are brought to you by Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, Patient Advocate Consulting, LLC, Doak Howell Funeral Home, C&J Wood Design, Ernie Cook and Son Motors, Kincaid Service Company, First Bank, Matthew Allen Trucking, and by Clanton Pipe and Supply. Now, let's go live to WLIJ Studio B. Here are tonight's hosts, Kurt Cobb and Jim Tracy.
This is Jim Tracy along with the legendary Kurt Cobb from here in Shelbyville. Glad to be with you, Kurt, tonight.
Glad to be with you. I wish I was legendary.
Well, you're legendary in your own mind. I mean, I am too in my own mind, but I get humbled every night when I go home. Well, we're glad to be here on the primary night in August, and what I thought we'd do first, Kurt, I'll go over the state races if you want to, and then here in the state races tonight, really they're all basically unopposed. U.S. Senate, we've got, of course, Marsha Blackburn and her opponent. She does have an opponent named Trace Whittam. In the U.S. State House of Representatives, you've got Scott Desjardins is the incumbent, and he has two running against him, Kurt, Thomas Davis and Joshua James. And then for State Senate, Shane Reeves is the incumbent. He's unopposed. And Pat Marsh in District 62, State House of Representatives, is unopposed. So that'll be your state races. What you got locally, Kurt?
Okay, locally we have the assessor of property. That's Rhonda Clanton. And it looks like I guess, Jim, we can go and declare her having a victory because she's unopposed. And we have the road superintendent, Mark Clanton, and he's unopposed as well. And then it shows here on this list, Road Board District 1, no candidate. Road Board District 2, Ricky Reed. Road Board 3, no candidate qualified. 4, the same, no candidate. 5, no candidate. 6 and 7, no candidate. 8, no candidate. And 9, no candidate qualified. And then on the School Board District 1 is David M. Brown. School Board Member District 4, Lana Craig. School Board Member District 5, Michael Cook. And School Board Member District 6, Andrea Anderson. School Board Member District 8, Shanna Boyette. School Board Member District 9, Roger Glenn Forsey. And all those school board races, they're actually all of the are unopposed. And in the town of Bell Buckle, we have here Alderman Tina Johns, Betsy Wheeler, and there's 2 spots that say here for write-ins. So
most of those are unopposed.
Yes, and I think War Trace has something as well. Let's see, Bell Buckle. Well, let's see. That's over there. I think it's War Trace election, but no one has picked up yet.
Okay,
let's just pick it up for the.
Got you. So that'll be all we got tonight. So we got some school board. We got road superintendent Mark is unopposed, and Rhonda Clanton is unopposed for her position. So. In about 15 minutes, usually the early votes will start coming in. I think the turnout, from what I'm hearing, Kurt, across the state is fairly light. I know you and I both talked to Summer here in Bedford County, and I think they had around 1,000 votes early, and I don't know what the turnout was today.
Well, I called Summer earlier, and she said that she thought that maybe around 6 o'clock, 3 to 4 of the boxes actually had around 100 or a little over 100. So very, very light turnout.
Yeah, and it's hard to get folks to come out sometimes in the summertime, and a lot of people, Kurt, still don't understand primaries. And just for people listening tonight, the primary election, whether it's Democrat or Republican, are always held in the first week of August, and each party will pick their person to run, and they'll run in the general election in November, same time as the presidential. And that's what we're doing. And it's real important to vote in this. I mean, when I was running, it was real hard to get people to vote in the primary. They didn't understand it. I was trying to encourage them to vote, because you don't have to register in either party, but you do have to tell them if you want to vote in the Republican primary or Democrat primary when you go in the election.
Yes, and I think the only thing, if you have some of these other elections where they're like these alderman races that are nonpartisan elections, and and if they're like it's actually the county general election in August. So
that's right.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's confusing.
There's only two, which are the road superintendent and the assessor of property.
Let's go ahead and take a break right now. We'll come back in just 2 minutes, and then we'll get ready for the early vote results.
Modernize your kitchen with elegant cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design. See how your new cabinets will look in your new home with their unique 3D design technology, free with every project order. Now, with 2 locations, you can visit our new showroom on North Jackson and Tullahoma across from the movie theater, and in Shelbyville off Highway 41A near Old Columbia Road. So modernize your kitchen with beautiful cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design in Shelbyville and Tullahoma. C&J Wood Design, better by design. When we lose a loved one, the decisions brought against us can be overwhelming. This should be time to grieve with family and reminisce about fond memories. The Doak Howell family is fully prepared and equipped to help you navigate this somber time. Families serving families since 1973. Doak Howell Funeral Home, 739 North Main Street in Shelbyville. Give them a call at 931-684-5011 or visit them at dokehowellfuneralhome.com.
At Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, they strive to bring you excellence. Their family-friendly atmosphere makes going to the doctor a breeze. They provide their patients with in-depth eye exams with same-day glasses, a wide selection of name-brand frames like Ray-Ban, Versace, Coach, and more. They also have contact lenses and are able to treat ocular diseases and eye injuries. Need an eye exam? Trust Dr. Hasty and Family Eye Care, located at 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, directly across from the U.S. Post Office. 931-684-2020. Ernie Cook & Son Motors at 809 North Main Street in Shelbyville has been family-owned and operated since 1975. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff are ready to assist you with finding that perfect vehicle, priced to fit your budget. Browse their virtual showroom today at ErnieCookMotors.com. Stop by for a test drive Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. and 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. 931-684-4808. Ernie Cook & Son Motors.
Be back with you tonight on election night of the primary in 2024. Kurt, we were talking off there, and I'll say something first. And you and I have known Summer Leverett a long time. She's been doing the elections here in Bedford County. I don't know how many years. I don't want to say it, but she's been doing it a long time. She does an excellent job. And I know it's hard to get good people to work these elections now.
It really is, but I went to Aiken this morning and voted, and they had a pretty good little bit. They had a good group of volunteers. I know it's really difficult to get volunteers and getting people to stay and to work, and they do a real good job, and they do it. I never hear any complaints locally here.
They let you in to vote, Kurt. I mean, you got through the background check, the whole thing.
They did. Expungements do a lot of things.
But I don't think the turnout was very heavy. I was in Murfreesboro today. I went by a few polling sites over there, and it's so hot today. I just don't think many people turned out. They turned out earlier this morning before 8, and then hopefully they turned out late this afternoon when they got off work.
Well, and I think so, but I promise you, I have a gut feeling that there'll be a lot of people voting in November. I just had this feeling.
They always do. They always come out for the presidential. Some people, that's about all they look forward to is voting the presidential. But, as you and I know, the local elections are very important, whether it be the county or the city. All those are real important. You know what we could do right now, Kurt? If Rhonda or Mark Clanton, if they're listening, if they want to call in, I think they're going to make it, don't you? I think they'll make it. Hopefully. So if they want to call in, we'll talk to them while we got a minute. We'll take another quick break, and we'll come back after 2 minutes, and should be about time for early votes to come in. But if Mark and Rhonda want to call in, we'll take y'all's phone call now.
In the South, we've perfected the art of connection. In fact, we can make an instant connection with simple things. A guitar and microphone, a great meal, a Friday night football game. So when First Bank enhanced our digital banking connection, we created it from our banking model to be accessible, direct, and personal. Silicon Valley knows apps, but we've learned a thing or two about connection. Get a great mobile banking app with the real connection of community banking. First Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, listen up. Kincaid's is currently having a big closeout sale on all furniture. Take advantage of deals on a huge inventory of name brands like Flex Steel, Jackson, Catnapper, Ashley, Ardent Home, and so much more. It's time to stop by Kincaid's and shop the huge inventory during their big closeout sale while supplies last. Buy local with Kincaid's, offering financing and free local delivery. Located on the Kincaid corner on Madison Street in Shelbyville. Kincaid's Service Company, where service is their middle name.
Get your building and construction materials out to the job site on time with Matthew Allen Trucking LLC. Whether you're moving gravel, sand, fill dirt, topsoil, or even heavy equipment, you can leave the trucking to the local pros. Call 931-580-5989 or email matrucking@att.net today. Matthew Allen Trucking LLC is proud to call Ward Trace area home, so don't risk it. Get your materials to the job site on time with Matthew Allen.
Do you have questions about your medical bill? Do you have a medical bill that your medical insurance is not paying? Do you really owe that charge? Or what about that medical procedure you need, but you cannot get your medical insurance to approve it? Well, Elaine at Patient Advocate Consulting LLC is here to help you solve those problems. Give Elaine a call at 931-437-2147 and visit online at deniedclaimshelp.com. Patient Advocate Consulting LLC.
Glad to be back with you now and getting ready for the early voting results to come in here in Bedford County. I know they should be getting close to being released here pretty quick. Looking forward to seeing what the turnout was today. And Kurt, it's an interesting time. I mean, you and I both. I remember we can talk about in the Wayback Machine in 2002 when you were running for state rep, and you had an opponent in the primary. I didn't have an opponent in the primary, but we campaigned in the same places. You and I and Alan Pittner was running against you at the time, and we were together all along, different places, and that was in August.
It was, and I tell you, one thing about all of us got along. Everybody had good relationships, and it was just fun and kind of old school politics. We
went to all the ice cream suppers and the country ham breakfasts and fish fries. And the good thing I was campaigning, I think I kept my weight down because I was working it off. But we ate good.
Yeah, I tell you, you were all over the place.
We worked it
all over the place.
Back then, I don't think people do that like we used to. Of course, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it was a big deal to go to these local communities and meet people, let them see you, let them ask you questions, tell you what they expect out of their representative. And that's why I think it's important to vote in these local elections, because the government closest to the people,
that's right,
whether it be school board members, whether it be county commission, you go to church with them, you see them in the grocery store, you see them around town, you see them at ball games, you know these people, and it makes a difference.
And I tell you, we went on like a country store tour. We go back then. We still had Rover. Which Rover's not the Carlton store, and they had that little. They did. Called it the bullpen on the side, and then you go to Flat Creek. You go
Hall's Mill,
Longview.
Clyde Rollins used to hold court at Hall's Mill.
So which one was the toughest? They gave you the most political questions. I bet it's the same place that aggravates you the most.
Well, name them for me. Again,
Flat Creek, probably.
Oh, Flat Creek. Flat Creek by far. Flat Creek by far, because I won't name all the names that was in there, but they would flat ask you. Now, Hall's Mill would be pretty tough, too. There were always some folks in there. It was fun. And, and I did that for many years. Even though after I got elected, I still went out and visited with people, and they like that. They like to look at you and say, what in the world did you vote for that bill for? Why did you vote for it? I don't like it. Then you have to explain to them why you did. Well, I sort of see it now. I still don't like it, but I see why you voted for it.
Well, what I always thought was really odd, but it was funny. But like the newspaper, one of the state papers, they put the General Assembly does this, and you could have voted against it, and they'd think you voted for it. I'd be getting all kinds of emails, and people would be complaining, and I'm like, well, I wasn't for that. But there is another Cobb, and he's from East Tennessee.
That's right.
Where they say a vote, and those were interesting times. One thing, Jim, that I think we need to let the listeners know about is that, we have the state primary and the federal primaries on the state election day for the federal offices, and we also have the county general election. For the state primaries and for the federal primaries that are held today, the ones that win those, which most of them are unopposed or close to being unopposed, as we were talking, those nominees will, their election will be in November with the presidential election. So that's when the Democrats, the Republicans, they'll be in the general election. And it looks like there is a little bit of competition besides the presidential race. I believe we got a call coming in.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I do. He's talking to him right now.
Yeah,
so.
I think Mr. Clanton's getting ready to call, so that's probably him.
All right, who we got on the line?
We're still trying to work this out.
We're working on it. We got somebody on the line. We're going to get him hooked up here, or he or she. We're going to try to get him on the line here and see if we can. All right, who we got on the line tonight?
This is Shanna Boyette. How are you?
Hey, Shanna. Hey, Shanna. How you doing? You didn't forget to vote for yourself today, did you?
I actually early voted.
All right, so you got one in the hopper. That's all you needed. We haven't seen the vote totals yet, because we'll know here in a minute. But no, we're glad you called in.
Yeah. Absolutely. I always appreciate y'all doing this coverage. You always do a good job.
Well, you scared everybody away.
Yeah. That's always, the best way to run for office is unopposed, Shannon.
Absolutely.
When you do that, that's great, because it's a lot less hard work. I'll put it that way.
Absolutely.
So are you looking forward to serving on school board?
I am. I have really enjoyed my time thus far. I've learned a lot. Definitely another opportunity to engage in our community, and there's so many great things happening with our kiddos all the way to seniors in our community through the school system, and it has really been a joy. I think I spoke the last time about being able to go to some of the programs with some of the students, like Scope, and seeing them engage and debate with other community schools, and it's just been a blessing to be a part of it. So I've been really, really grateful for my time and learning the different aspects of our community, for sure.
Some of the best times I ever had, Shannon, was the 9 years I spent on the local school board, and I learned a lot. You work with a lot of people, and you might talk just a little bit about this. You're one of, I believe you have 9 school board members, right?
That is correct.
9 school board members, so you're one of 9. A lot of people think, well, you're in this area and you're only going to represent this school. But when you're on that school board, you represent the whole county, all the schools.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find yourself advocating for all of them to make sure that all of the students at all of the schools have equal opportunities and education, environment, all of those things. So it really is a team effort, and advocating for not just one, but for all of them is so important. And it's just been a pleasure, really. I really appreciate any courtesy votes I received. It's just been a really good journey, and I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to serve in that capacity, for sure. Like you said, I have learned so much, and it's such important work. It truly is, and it feels like you're helping give back, and just still learning a lot every time. Every time I go to a meeting, every time I go to a conference, get in my continuing learning education requirements. I learn something new every single time, and that's what it's all about.
Well, Shannon, I got one question. Was your oldest child, was she able to give you a courtesy vote? Was she 18 in time?
You know, she was 18, but was not able to make her first vote. She registered, and she's going to be voting in the November election.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Really optimistic, but the timing of it just did not work out in our favor. So I definitely was hopefully optimistic for that, but it didn't happen. And so, but November's coming up, and it's equally so important.
Yeah. Can you tell us what you think about? I think it's beautiful, Cartwright Elementary, real quick.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yes. That is something that we should all be so proud of. That is one of absolutely the smartest designs that we've ever had in the school system, like a school building rather. The safety aspect and just all of the little details of that. So one of my favorite things about the design of that school is it's almost like a Jack and Jill concept with every classroom. So for every 2 classrooms, there's a shared internal space with cubbies and restrooms. So the students don't actually have to go out in the hallway to go to the restrooms. So they can actually stay within their classroom. You know, like the younger kindergarten, first grade, remember how we always had coat closets and restrooms? And then as you get older, that kind of went away and you had to go to the hallways. Well, at Cartwright, it's all the way through the entire elementary school. So when you talk about safety and not sending kids into a hallway unnecessarily, and you talk about lockdowns or bad weather, they're in that space right there together. And also loss of instruction time is much limited because they're right there just a few steps away. So it's just a beautiful design. The sinks in the hallway or to the they're facing the hallway because you know that's sometimes where all the mischief happens. So when you walk by the hallways, you can see the sink area. So that's a really smart design. The counters in the offices, they're lower for the kindergarten and first grade students. So they're not having to stand on their tiptoes to look over at whoever they're trying to talk to. It's just a really, really smart design.
Well, that's awesome. I tell you, it's beautiful.
Bedford County can be proud of it.
Yeah, that is great. And it's right when you come in. I guess it's the most north now elementary school in the city, the limits, but it's a county school as well. But it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Well, thanks for calling in, Shauna. Good luck. We'll stay in touch with you. Enjoy your time on the school board, and thanks for calling in.
Yeah, all of our school board members, including me, I was participating virtually right now, but we're all in a special called study session tonight. So we're always working. You know how that goes.
I do. They keep you busy. That's right.
Tonight. So I just went on and called and didn't even know if the results or anything were in, but I just always wanted to just tell everybody in the community that's listening, just thanks for voting. Thanks for exercising your right to vote. No matter, which name you're pushing and who you're advocating for, it's an important opportunity, and we all need to execute on it for sure.
Well, Shanna, thank you for calling, and thank you for serving our community. We appreciate you. That's Shanna Boyette.
You appreciate
Have a good day.
Too. Thank you.
Thanks, Shanna. All right, so you've heard. Now, we got some results coming in. Let me go over this primary right quick. This is state results, and they've already called 2 races across the state. They've already called Gloria Johnson is going to win the U.S. Senate primary and the Democrat, and going to run against Marsha Blackburn. That's already been called. And then in Bedford County, Gloria Johnson got 181, and I think we got somebody calling in, but I'll go ahead and do this right quick. She got 181 in early votes, and then well beat everybody else bad. And then you got House of Representatives Democrat was Victoria Broderick, and she got 176. And the state Senate Democrat primary, E.R. Smith got 170. And state executive committee for the Democrats was Matt Ferry, got 134 over Eric Hoth. And that's the state races. Let's see, I got a few more. Well, we got Marsha Blackburn. She got 785 votes of the early vote. Scott Desjardins got 685 of the early vote, and he's going to win Bedford County. Shane Reeves got 780, and Pat Marsh got 819. Okay, do you want to take the call real quick? Yeah, let's take a call. See if we can.
The county general just come in.
All right, who we got calling in tonight?
This is Mark Clanton.
Mark, Marvelous Clanton. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Jim. How are you and Kurt doing tonight?
Hey, I'm not going to tell these folks that are listening, and Kirk knows, he's seen you coaching on the sidelines when I was refereeing, and I'm not going to tell him how you coached.
Well, I had to stop myself real quick because I was fixing to start fussing you about a call I thought you might have made.
I didn't miss any calls on you. You're lucky you got to stay and watch the whole game a couple times. But, no, we had a good time over the years, and it was great that you were that was when you that was what, junior pro or something? Wasn't that what that was?
Junior pro, and me and Boyd West started a travel team here, the first travel team here for kids that was 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
That's right.
Had great success with all these kids. Now these kids have got their kids of their own, so it makes me feel just a little bit on the old side.
That's right. I remember that. A lot of fun. Well, congratulations, Mark. I guess you voted for yourself. I don't know if you got your wife to vote for you or not.
Well, my wife probably didn't vote for me, but I know I hit one vote on there for myself, so I do appreciate all the complimentary votes, and it's a great honor to serve another term as road superintendent for the great citizens here at Bedford County.
Well, Mark, a lot of people they ride around the county and they see the roads, and some don't know the difference between the state roads and the county roads. But I mean, you have an excellent crew. You got they work hard. They get out and it's weather when the weather's bad and the ice and the snow and work. And I just want you to know, as a county and city resident, I've had your services both ways in the city limits and in the county, and I appreciate everything that you do. And what a good job that your workers do. They really, it's a hard job, but they get out there and they get it done.
You're exactly right. You're only as good as the people you have around you. And I have, as I've always said, in all of our big state board meetings with all the other road superintendents for the 95 counties in the state of Tennessee, I always say the same thing. If you don't believe you've got the best crew in the state, then you need to rethink what you're doing. And I do have the best highway crew of anywhere and of any county in this state, in my opinion. They give 110% every single day, and we do everything that we can to make this county better for our jobs and responsibilities that we have.
Well, yeah, you do a good job. What time do your guys get in, Mark, every morning?
We start at 6:30 in the morning. Most of my guys are already there, like myself, about 5:45. and we get started up, fired up, get ready to go.
Yeah, I used to when I was campaigning. I'd always come back a couple times and bring them sausage and biscuits or donuts. They like that.
Oh yes, that's exactly right. That's anytime, any appreciation. Because as we all know, everybody's been involved in governmental work and careers, as both of you know. Both of y'all have been my mentors over the years, and I greatly appreciate our friendship and the help you've always given me of things to make sure you're doing the right thing all the time. And that's what we got to do. We got to work together to make our county the best that we can have it be.
Yep, they've come a long way. The roads in the county have come a long way, and a lot of people don't realize what the state aid roads are. State aid roads that are joint state and county roads where you get money from the state, and we've helped on that over the years. So y'all just do a great work. There's a lot of things that you have to do, whether it be the summertime or wintertime when there's snow on the ground.
You're exactly right. It's a never-ending job. It's a 7-day-a-week job. Even though we work 4 days a week, but most of the time we're out on the weekends. We get trees pulled up or getting things done or unstopped or flooding situations. There's just a whole lot more than just being over the roads. There's about another 75 to 100 jobs that we do just about every single week up here.
Mark, we had a gentleman just walk in here that joined us, and I think he's wanting to talk to you. He's my neighbor also, and your neighbor, and I call him Landslide Barton Williams because he won that massive school board election 2 years ago, so on a write-in campaign, last-minute write-in campaign. But anyway, I think Barton was going to ask you a question or talk to you about something.
No, I was just going to say to you, Mark, congratulations. You do a great job. And firsthand, me with your guys out on Horse Mountain and Railroad Avenue during the ice storm this year, them putting themselves on the line to try to get those roads done and keeping everybody safe. It was phenomenal. I stayed out there with them a little while, made sure they had what they needed when I was coming through. And, always informative where they'd been, what they were getting ready to do. They were helping us out to get around every way that we needed. But thank you, and thank you guys for us. We appreciate all the hard work, and everybody, when you see them out like that, give them some room and everything, because when you see a big grader sliding down a hill backwards at you in the ice, you ought to know that you can't go by them.
That's right. They had to work around a tractor trailer.
Yep, sure did.
Well, Mark, thanks again for calling in. Great job tonight. Congratulations on all you do, and we'll be in touch.
Thank y'all so much, and appreciate, like I said, all the complimentary votes, and it's a blessing, and it's a great honor to be put back in office for the community that I love so much.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank y'all.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Ernie Cook & Son Motors at 809 North Main Street in Shelbyville has been family-owned and operated since 1975. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff are ready to assist you with finding that perfect vehicle, priced to fit your budget. Browse their virtual showroom today at ErnieCookMotors.com. Stop by for a test drive Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. and 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. 931-684-4808. Ernie Cook & Son Motors.
When we lose a loved one, the decisions brought against us can be overwhelming. This should be time to grieve with family and reminisce about fond memories. The Docal family is fully prepared and equipped to help you navigate this somber time. Families serving families since 1973. Docal Funeral Home, 739 North Main Street in Shelbyville. Give them a call at 931-684-5011 or visit them at docalfuneralhome.com.
At Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, they strive to bring you excellence. Their family-friendly atmosphere makes going to the doctor a breeze. They provide their patients with in-depth eye exams with same-day glasses, a wide selection of name-brand frames like Ray-Ban, Versace, Coach, and more. They also have contact lenses and are able to treat ocular diseases and eye injuries. Need an eye exam? Trust Dr. Hasty and Family Eye Care, located at 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, directly across from the U.S. Post Office. 931-684-2020.
Modernize your kitchen with elegant cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design. See how your new cabinets will look in your new home with their unique 3D design technology, free with every project order. Now, with 2 locations, you can visit our new showroom on North Jackson and Tullahoma across from the movie theater, and in Shelbyville off Highway 41A near Old Columbia Road. So modernize your kitchen with beautiful cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design in Shelbyville and Tullahoma. C&J Wood Design. Better by design.
Back on election night of primary in August, and we got somebody calling in, and we'll get them in just a minute. Don't sure who that is, but we'll get it. Kurt, you got some results in I think you want to go over?
I have the county general election early voting results, the total. They're not broke down to precincts right now. I don't know if that's really necessary with the list that we have, but the assessor of property, Rhonda Clanton, she received 939 votes. The road superintendent, Mark Clanton, he received 909 votes. And there's like write-ins, but there's like 4 or something, 3 or 4 of them on these. I'm not going to talk about those. It's not a real candidate. And then on the road board 1, there's no qualification by anyone, and we'll find out if somebody qualified as a write-in. There's a little process with that. We'll let Mr. Barton Williams explain that here. He has done that before in a few minutes. And then we have Ricky Reed. He's on the road board District 2. Looks like he received 121. District 3 of the road board, no candidate. 4, no candidate. 5, no candidate. 6, no candidate. 7, no candidate. 8 and 9, no candidate qualified. Okay, down to the school board member, District 1, David Brown. He received 93. School board member, District 4, Lana Craig. She received 89. School board member, District 5, Michael Cook. He received 150. School board member, District 6, Andrea Anderson. She received 55. School board member, District 8, Shanna Boyette. She received 76. And school board member, District 9, Roger Glenn Forsey. He received 81. And then we get down to the town of Bell Buckle alderman. Tina Johns received 11. This is early vote. Betsy Wheeler received 7.
Okay, well, that's great, Kurt. Now we got somebody on the line. Let's see who we got with us here. All right.
We have anybody on the phone now?
Hey, who we got with us tonight?
Rhonda Clanton.
Hey, Rhonda, congratulations.
Thank you. It feels great.
Well, it's always good, as you well know, to run unopposed.
Yes. Always.
But congratulations. So how many terms is this for you now?
This is my 8th term. So I'll start my 29th year, September 1.
Wow. Did you start when you were 15?
Yes.
Well, Rhonda, I'm going to say something. For someone to have that many terms and be unopposed, that is incredible.
Yeah.
And you've been unopposed several times, I think. And so that says a lot about how you run your office and you handle your business and your people. And congratulations.
That's great. Tells how old I am, because I remember the very, very first time you ran.
Yes. I believe we were at the same places.
I believe we were. That we went to all the ice cream suppers and everything. That's right. Well, good deal. So you know this job in and out, so you're just ready to go back to work. So that's great.
I'm ready to go back, but I think you learn something new every day. So I just keep on learning and absorbing. I've got a great staff. I've had 28 years of a great staff. So when you surround yourself with good people, good things happen.
That's true. You've done a good job. I remember when I was in the state senate, you were always well respected by the other folks, and in your, across the state in that association. So you've done a good job for a long time, and I know Bedford County appreciate that, and they show it by no one run against you. That's a tremendous amount of respect. Like Kurt said, when nobody runs against you.
And Jim, I remember going in that office when Bobby Sanders was there, and they were doing all the maps by hand. Mm-hmm. And now you have GIS and all this technology. It's not like it used to be, is it, Rhonda?
No, it is not. It's nowhere close to what it used to be. It's a tough job with what's going on right now in the economy, and the stuff is just mind-boggling of what stuff sells for, the amount of sales. I've never seen it like this before.
Right. And Rhonda, I just wanted to say, this is Bart. I came in a little bit late, had a Board of Education meeting I had to go to, but it's like when we go to your office and we have something that we're trying to work through, and several others in the county, we don't just get a yes or no answer. We get it explained to us and where to look, what we need to do, and it makes it a whole lot easier on our foot, because there's a lot of steps that go through in buying property and doing stuff along that line, or getting something resurveyed or whatever it may be. But this year I had firsthand experience again, and your office just really helped me out a whole lot.
Well, I feel like if you can educate the people, and they understand it, they still might not like the process, but they understand the process.
Exactly. And
that's what I have tried to pride myself on for 28 years, to listen and help.
It's what we need.
Yeah, and we really appreciate you, and I think everybody else, like I said earlier, everybody else has appreciated you. That's why you got reelected with no problems.
Well, congratulations, Rhonda. Thanks for calling in, and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
Good talking to you.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back and see if we've got any more results coming in.
Isn't it time you had a good night's sleep? People at their best get their beauty rest with a personalized Simmons Beauty Rest sleep experience from Kincaid's, who's always been your hometown source for top-notch customer care. From inner spring and plush to the luxurious Beauty Rest Harmony Collection, featuring pocketed coil technology designed to restore your sleep with individualized support. Call Kincaid's at 931-684-5662 and get your beauty rest with impressive selection of Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses today.
At First Bank, we always say bank local and get more. Our roots are here, so we get it more than anyone. Like why the South has the fastest growing cities and towns. With more places to meet, more wins to celebrate, and more team spirit to bring us together. Because when your bank gets your more, our towns get more of what makes the South a great place to live. Get the products and relationship banking for what matters most. First Bank. Member FDIC.
There are some things that you just shouldn't have to worry about, especially when it comes to your health. If you're struggling with denied health insurance claims, denied pre-certification for medical treatment, or having trouble determining what you actually owe a medical provider, Patient Advocate Consulting LLC is there for you. Visit their website at deniedclaimshelp.com or call Elaine at 931-437-2147.
Get your building and construction materials out to the job site on time with Matthew Allen Trucking LLC. Whether you're moving gravel, sand, filled dirt, topsoil, or even heavy equipment, you can leave the trucking to the local pros. Call 931-580-5989 or email matrucking@att.net today. Matthew Allen Trucking LLC is proud to call Wartrace area home, so don't risk it. Get your materials to the job site on time with Matthew Allen.
On election night here in primary night, August 1st, 2024. I think, Kirk, you wanted to talk about the upcoming city elections, and they'll be in November. Is that right?
That is correct. It got moved, actually, when me and you were in office. The
Sure
Private
did.
Act changed. And
Sure did.
November, they did that to save some money. And so there is, several of the wards that will be up for election. And I'm going to go through the wards. And now the qualification, I think they still got another week or two here. I got it on another sheet of paper. I'll read that off here in a minute. But here is who has picked up papers, potential, this public record, to run so far. So, I'm not saying they qualified, but they picked up papers. So the city of Shelbyville, Ward 1, that'd be Joseph Henry Feldhouse III. He's an incumbent. And then in the District 3, you have J.D. Daniel Jr., you have Gary Hale, who is the incumbent, and then Elizabeth J. Noel, that's Betsy Warren Noel, is picked up. And then on the District, let's see, Ward 5, I want to say District, bad habit. Ward 5, we have Benjamin Joshua Blevins is picked up. We have the incumbent Stephanie Danielle Isaac is picked up. And looks like we have a new one picked up today, Franklin D. McCullough II, Bubba D. McCullough. And then town of Normandy Alderman race that comes up in November. And you have Glenda Janine Pendale has picked up, and Cody Robert Chirac has picked up. So we have those coming up, and here is the qualification deadlines for, let's see, the November 5th. It looks like it's, I don't have that. I have something else they sent me. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jim.
All right, well, that's great. That'll be coming up in November, so you're going to have some races in November to talk about, because there'll be some competitive races then.
It'll be big time.
It'll be competitive, and there'll be a big turnout in November since it's a presidential election, and the U.S. Senate's on the ballot. Your state Senate and your state rep races will be on the ballot, and there's competition in both those, so it'll be a big turnout in November. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully they'll bring us back, Kurt. If we don't do too bad a job, we'll be back here in November.
That's right. And I messed up there, but the qualifying deadline, she sent a different text message. Shelbyville, Normandy, and Ward races August the 15th at 12 noon.
So they've still got 14 days, really, to August 15th for other people to get in the race if they want to. But right now, that's the ones you've got and you went over.
That's correct.
That's great. Well, we're still waiting on results to come in. Basically in Bedford County, the races are pretty much already determined through the early vote because there's no competition in those votes. So today's vote won't really matter much. I will say this. I just got a text, which is really unusual. We have two incumbent state senators that looks like in East Tennessee are going to get beat. And that's real unusual. Over in Northeast Tennessee, State Senator Lundberg looks like he's going to get beat by the congressman over there, Harshbarger's son. He's way ahead right now, it looks like to me. I've just got a text. I just don't see how Lundberg can win. And then also Frank Nicely, who's been up there for a long time, looks like he's going to go down.
Strawberry Plains.
Yeah, Strawberry Plains. So it looks like he's going to go down. And in Rutherford County, I just got a text from over in Rutherford County. The two incumbents did win. Robert Stevens and Tim Rudd, I think, are both going to win. That's what I was told there.
Yeah, I just got the message as well. So that's what they said. They're looking like they're going to win. So that's seems like it was a good night for incumbents. Or a good
yeah,
night.
Well, it's a mixed bag, and some of those places incumbents got beat. I guess it just depends what area of the state you're from. Before we leave and go to a break, Bart, you'll like this. And when I worked as the state director for USDA Rural Development, I traveled the whole state, west all the way to east. There's 3 grand divisions in Tennessee, totally different. West Tennessee, it's all about who you know. I know your daddy, and I know you're going to help me. Middle Tennessee, well, you're from Middle Tennessee. You're going to help me anyway. Mm-hmm. East Tennessee, they just look at you right now and say, look, I need $100,000 to help. They're more direct.
Yeah, they don't have connection.
They do not.
So is there a big difference when you travel between northeast and east?
A little bit. The northeastern folks were a little more direct. Mm-hmm. You know, you get more around Knoxville. They sort of get it, but the northeast folks are real direct. They'll just look at you.
City King.
Oh, they just look at you and say, "Look, I need you to help me, and I need a grant for my water and sewer system, and I need about $250,000. That's what we need."
Because if they don't, and I mean, this is people that'll tell you exactly.
And these are rural communities, Bart, that I worked with. They were under 40,000. So rural development out of USDA was really the only game in town, along with ECD with the state. We would work with them, and they could get some grants through them.
How many employees did you have, Jim?
When I was there, we had around 110 statewide.
Wow.
Now they're down.
Like a lot.
It's not a lot. They're down lower than that now. But
one per county.
Well, we had district offices we had one in Jackson, one in Nashville, of course. We had one in Cookeville. We had one in Knoxville. We had one in Greenville in East Tennessee, one in Chattanooga. So they were regional, district offices around. So we had employees in each one of those offices. So it's big job. All right, we're going to take another break and we'll come back.
At Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, they strive to bring you excellence. Their family-friendly atmosphere makes going to the doctor a breeze. They provide their patients with in-depth eye exams with same-day glasses, a wide selection of name-brand frames like Ray-Ban, Versace, Coach, and more. They also have contact lenses and are able to treat ocular diseases and eye injuries. Need an eye exam? Trust Dr. Hasty and Family Eye Care, located at 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, directly across from the U.S. Post Office. 931-684-2020.
Modernize your kitchen with elegant cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design. See how your new cabinets will look in your new home with their unique 3D design technology, free with every project order. Now, with 2 locations, you can visit our new showroom on North Jackson and Tullahoma across from the movie theater, and in Shelbyville off Highway 41A near Old Columbia Road. So modernize your kitchen with beautiful cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design in Shelbyville and Tullahoma. C&J Wood Design. Better by design.
Ernie Cook & Son Motors at 809 North Main Street in Shelbyville has been family-owned and operated since 1975. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff are ready to assist you with finding that perfect vehicle, priced to fit your budget. Browse their virtual showroom today at ErnieCookMotors.com. Stop by for a test drive Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. and 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. 931-684-4808. Ernie Cook & Son Motors.
When we lose a loved one, the decisions brought against us can be overwhelming. This should be time to grieve with family and reminisce about fond memories. The Doak Howell family is fully prepared and equipped to help you navigate this somber time. Families serving families since 1973. Doak Howell Funeral Home, 739 North Main Street in Shelbyville. Give them a call at 931-684-5011 or visit them at DoakHowellFuneralHome.com.
On the air to come back on election night here on August 1st for primary night. We've got State Representative, the Honorable Pat Marsh on the line. Pat, first question, I guess you voted for yourself because you got through tonight. I was worried about that. Did you get Mary to vote for you too?
Yeah, I made my wife vote for me too. She hesitated, but I made her.
Okay, well, good. Congratulations. And
yes, sir.
Now you do have an opponent in November. Is that correct or not?
No, I do not. Nobody wants a job.
Okay, so you'll be unopposed in November.
I don't know what it is. They're scared of it. I don't want the job once.
Well,
happy either way.
Well, Pat, congratulations on another 2-year term as state representative. Let me ask you this: tell me again, how many terms is this for you?
I've been there for 15 years. I got elected in 2009, so
in a special election in October of 09. I don't know why I remember that.
That was just a half term for 1 year, and then I've gotten, I guess, 7 more after that.
Well, tell Kurt how much you enjoyed going to all those little stores all around the district and drinking coffee and eating with people. You really enjoyed that. Tell Kurt what time you started every morning when you ran the first time.
Jim made me get out of bed early, Kurt. I learned from the best.
Well, you did, because every time I would go somewhere, they would tell me Jim just left, and so then I'd try to beat him the next day. And I don't know. I think he's got a twin. I think he just
doppelganger.
He's just not honest about that part.
We had a good time. So Pat, tell the listening audience about tonight. The first time in a long time that I can remember, there was a lot of primary races. I mean, in the Republican primary where they had an opponent. What races are you watching? You are the Speaker Pro Tem of the General Assembly and the House. So what races are y'all watching across the state that are going to be pretty close?
I'm watching several of them that are my good friends, like Patsy Hazelwood at Signal Mountain in Chattanooga, Hamilton County, and Paul Sherrill over around Sparta, and out in West Tennessee, and Jackson is Chris Todd, he's winning big right now, and up in Dyersburg is Rusty Grills. He's winning pretty good right now, and you know that's all really the only close ones I know about, and unless I'm missing some, everybody else is pretty good name and doing real well.
It looks like Nicely and Lundberg are going to get beat. I just got a text, and it looks like they're going to get beat. Is that what you're hearing also?
That's just what I looked at the on-site from Trey Hargett, and it looked like to me that, of course, it's real early, but it looked like both of them were getting beat. And Patsy Hazelwood was winning by 1%, just barely. So some tough races.
Well, Pat, Kurt Cobb here, was there many open seats this time, or?
Well, there was probably about 5 or 6 of our guys that didn't run again, and Curtis Johnson up in Clarksville didn't run, and Sam Whitson over in Williamson County didn't run, and let's see, John Holtzclaw up in northeastern Tennessee didn't run. There were about 6 or 7 guys, Republican guys, that didn't run, and then Darren Jernigan, Democrat, didn't run in North Nashville.
Yeah, that's right. Good guy. Now, let me ask you one quick on. You said Paul Sherrill. I hadn't seen the numbers on that one.
Well, when I saw it a while ago, it was nothing posted yet. So
okay, that's going to be close from what I was told from White County.
Yeah, very close. So
yeah, they've been campaigning for a while now up there.
Jim know all about it. It's a tough deal to be in this, and you just got to keep doing the right thing at the right time and hope everybody likes you. Yeah,
you got to be involved. You know. We've been talking tonight, and Pat, and you've done this, and when Kurt served, and Barton now is, he's a school board member. I mean, it's all about public service. You're serving, your district includes Lincoln and Bedford County, and more. That's right. You picked up more, and you have to listen to your constituents, and you have your core values that you believe in, and you're going to stick with your core. But at the end of the day, you're representing your constituents in those counties. And tell the folks about how many thousand people you represent as a state rep.
About 70,000.
Yep. Yeah. So.
And what you've got to do when your friends and constituents call you, you got to answer them, and you got to try to help them out with their situation, their problem, or give them somebody else that can help them out.
Right.
You got to call them back. You got to be responsive. Is the main thing I'd say. And a lot of people, I know Jim and I saw this a lot. They're like, we don't want you unless we need you. Just leave us alone. We want government out of our lives. If we need you, we'll call you.
Right.
So that's been my motto. Stay out of their way. If they need me, I'm there to help.
Well, Pat, one thing I think a lot of representatives, if it's state or congressional or whatever, they're judged by their constituent service, and you have a first class. Your office helps people that helped me before. I've never heard anybody complain about your office, not one time. So you're doing a great job with that, and you've been a great representing us. We appreciate you and appreciate everything you do. And
Kurt, that means means a lot coming from you and everybody, really. I really appreciate it. I try hard to do the right thing, and sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day to get it all done. But I'm very, very proud and humbled to be your state rep. I really am.
Pat, got one here since I've known him a day or two, but I do appreciate, and you and Jim both, anytime that I call, either you'll answer then or you'll get back with me, and you answer questions that are very important to us around here. And I've watched when you've been out, and I'll see you take that mental note and everything, and that's what I tried to do. But last night, I've got my phone laid out here, and I went on some open houses last night, and I had concerns from people, teachers, and some parents and stuff, and I wrote them down. And I turned them into Dr. Garrett today and said, hey, here's what came up last night. And as soon as I did that, that lady took and got back with these folks, said, hey, Bart reached out to me. This was your concern. We're going to look at this, here in the future. And that's what y'all have always done. I know both of you like to pick on me because you know me a day or two. And
I've known you since you were born.
What'd you call me the other night at Cartwright's open house? You youngin'? You're still a youngin'?
Yeah. He's always been very, very gracious to me, and a super nice guy, and I loved his dad to death. And
yep.
We've had a lot of fun together.
Yes, we did.
And I'm proud you're on the school board.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Pat, congratulations. Thanks for calling in. And you just text us if you get any more results on Paul Sherrill or something. We'll put it over there. Or if you see on Patsy, too, if you hear anything.
What are you hearing on Andy Ogles? And
I hadn't checked. I can't get results. I think it's sort of close, but I'd say Ogles has got the chance. I don't know. I hadn't seen it. He had the early lead the last time I saw it, but I don't know if Nashville's been reported yet.
Okay, well, thank y'all for doing what you're doing. Hang in there.
All right. See you, Pat.
See you, Pat.
Bye.
That's it.
Got it. All right. Well, we got some results coming in. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll get the results we got in.
Do you have questions about your medical bill? Do you have a medical bill that your medical insurance is not paying? Do you really owe that charge? Or what about that medical procedure you need, but you cannot get your medical insurance to approve it? Well, Elaine at Patient Advocate Consulting, LLC is here to help you solve those problems. Give Elaine a call at 931-437-2147 and visit online at deniedclaimshelp.com. Patient Advocate Consulting, LLC.
At First Bank, we're proud of more than 100 years of financial strength. But on game days, our numbers look even better when they're lighting up a scoreboard printed on a jersey or in bold type on the sports page. We know there's strength in numbers, and nothing's stronger than the bonds formed around local teams. And the return on this investment? Neighbors coming together again year after year. Bank where community is number one. First Bank. Bank local. Get more team spirit. Member FDIC.
Get your building and construction materials out to the job site on time with Matthew Allen Trucking LLC. Whether you're moving gravel, sand, fill dirt, topsoil, or even heavy equipment, you can leave the trucking to the local pros. Call 931-580-5989 or email matrucking@att.net today. Matthew Allen Trucking LLC is proud to call Ward Trace area home, so don't risk it. Get your materials to the job site on time with Matthew Allen.
Hey, listen up. Kincaid's is currently having a big closeout sale on all furniture. Take advantage of deals on a huge inventory of name brands like Flex Steel, Jackson, Catnapper, Ashley, Ardent Home, and so much more. It's time to stop by Kincaid's and shop the huge inventory during their big closeout sale while supplies last. Buy local with Kincaid's, offering financing and free local delivery. Located on the Kincaid corner on Madison Street in Shelbyville. Kincaid Service Company, where service is their middle name.
election night of the primary here in August of 2024. I think we got some more results, and we're starting to get precincts in, Kurt, but all these are really the folks that are unopposed, right? So this will just be upping their voting totals. Is that right?
It would be just upping their voting totals, and right now all we have is really War Trace Baptist Church, and so this is just, and pretty much from what I was told, I think everybody was around 100 or less, give or take. There might be some over 100 and less, depending on what part of the county each box where people voted. So you kind of get an idea, but I'll go through these and then we'll see in a minute what they want to do. But War Trace Baptist Church, Rhonda Clanton received 56 votes. The road superintendent, Mark Clanton, received 57 votes. And then you get down here, I think David Brown, that's on the school board, I think that's the only one that's in his district. He received 51 votes. So really, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. They're all unopposed. Really, in the U.S. House of Representatives, Scott Desjardins got a couple opponents, but it's not even close, really. He's winning pretty handily. So that one, I'm sure it's already been called in the district. So
Jim Barton, he did a write-in campaign.
Yeah, we'll let him talk about write-in.
My understanding, we have these we only have one road superintendent person qualified.
Road board member?
Road board district, Ricky Reed. But the rest are for write-ins. But my understanding, you have to qualify as a write-in. Barton, I'll let you explain all that.
Right, you would have to qualify just the same as you're running for the election, get all your signatures and do all the things that you need to do. And then, like I said, it is literally a write-in on there. But on this one now, with these folks, there's nobody out there. I think Jim and I were saying the county commission would have to go out, find a candidate, somebody that'd be willing to run, then they have to put it up before the commission, and the commission would vote on them. And we've got, how many? I was counting 6.
We only had one, I think.
Yeah, but open spots.
6 open spots, I think.
And so, that's going to give them a lot more work to do and everything. So if anybody is interested, get with your county commissioner and talk to them. Say, hey, I would be interested. I wasn't thinking about it. But now that there isn't anybody, and see if they might be a good possible candidate.
Yeah, I'm saying 8. 8? All 9 listed. There's just that one district road board, District 2. So...
so we'll need some help out there.
They won't have a quorum.
No.
They won't be able to do business.
No, we'll have to get that taken care of pretty quick. We can go ahead and take another break and come back. If y'all been through that, come back with a wrap-up and everything. And that's pretty much it, folks, because of the uncontested.
That's great. Well, we'll take a break, and we'll come back in 2 minutes.
Modernize your kitchen with elegant cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design. See how your new cabinets will look in your new home with their unique 3D design technology, free with every project order. Now, with 2 locations, you can visit our new showroom on North Jackson and Tullahoma across from the movie theater, and in Shelbyville off Highway 41A near Old Columbia Road. So modernize your kitchen with beautiful cabinet designs from C&J Wood Design in Shelbyville and Tullahoma. C&J Wood Design, better by design. When we lose a loved one, the decisions brought against us can be overwhelming. This should be time to grieve with family and reminisce about fond memories. The Doak Howell family is fully prepared and equipped to help you navigate this somber time. Families serving families since 1973. Doak Howell Funeral Home, 739 North Main Street in Shelbyville. Give them a call at 931-684-5011 or visit them at dokehowellfuneralhome.com.
At Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care, they strive to bring you excellence. Their family-friendly atmosphere makes going to the doctor a breeze. They provide their patients with in-depth eye exams with same-day glasses, a wide selection of name-brand frames like Ray-Ban, Versace, Coach, and more. They also have contact lenses and are able to treat ocular diseases and eye injuries. Need an eye exam? Trust Dr. Hasty and Family Eye Care, located at 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, directly across from the U.S. Post Office, 931-684-2020. Ernie Cook & Son Motors at 809 North Main Street in Shelbyville has been family-owned and operated since 1975. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff are ready to assist you with finding that perfect vehicle, priced to fit your budget. Browse their virtual showroom today at ErnieCookMotors.com. Stop by for a test drive Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. and 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. 931-684-4808. Ernie Cook & Son Motors.
We're glad you're back with us now. We're going to wrap up for the evening, but Kurt, you want to go over something? Yeah, we can go on and we'll just announce, go through the list here, everybody that we can easily say, Jim, that they're projected to win since, they don't really have any opponents. So on the county general election, we project the assessor of property, Rhonda Clanton, to win, road superintendent Mark Clanton to win, road board district 2, Ricky Reed. Going down the list here, and we'll get into our school board member, District 1, David Brown. School board member, District 4, Lana Craig. School board member, District 5, Michael Cook. School board member, District 6, Andrea Anderson. School board member, District 8, Shanna Boyette. School board member, District 9, Roger Glenn Forsey. And then in the alderman race, I'm assuming that's the top 2. I'm not exactly sure. There's has 4 spots here for write-ins. I guess that's 4 different positions. But Tina Johns, she has 11, and Betsy Wheeler has 7. So I'm assuming, I don't really know, there might be 4 spots there, the way it kind of is listed. So not exactly sure, but Tina Johns is the top vote getter, 11, and on the this is just what we have. We don't have that precinct yet, and Betsy Wheeler is 7. So that could change on the. That's the only one thing, Jim, that could change on the total votes. It might mean something. It might not. Well, Kurt, I think we've gone through it. Bart, we've gone through everything. Thank you all for listening for the August 1st Republican and Democrat primary votes for the state election and also the general election for Bedford County. And we've gone through all that with the ones that have won and projected to win. So it's been great to be with you tonight, Kurt. But great to be with you. And Bart, good to see you. And now stay tuned because it won't be long. November 5th, early voting will start sometime in October, so be ready to go. Hopefully we'll be back it'll be a big night then, Kurt. You need good night's sleep the night before. It'll be a late night. We'll have a lot to talk about, and between now and then, I guess we'll see millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of commercials. Well, thanks again for joining us, and thanks for everybody for doing your civic duty and going out and vote, because if you go out and vote, you have a say-so in your government. Thank you very much, and say good night. Good night.